Welcome back to Becoming the Product, Season 3, Episode 2. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host, as always, Naya. And today's episode is one I have been a little bit excited to share. More nervous than excited, actually, but excited nonetheless. Today's theme is what even is a portfolio career? And why did I, someone trained, hired, and practiced as a product manager, decided to step away from the traditional path and build one? Let's get into it. So, have you ever felt like one job title could never quite capture all of you? Same. This was me for a long time. I wasn't sure. There were so many things I wanted to do, so many things I wanted to try. And maybe because I've already spent years in the bank in a particular role, I just wanted to do more, if that's the word. So even before I had words for it, like portfolio career or whatever it is that we're calling it now, I knew I wanted something more layered than just a single job description. And when I finally discovered what a portfolio career could be, everything kind of changed. So let's start with the basics. A portfolio career isn't just juggling multiple jobs or freelancing to survive. It is intentionally designing a career that reflects all your skills, interests, and identities. Think of it like a product roadmap. You have multiple streams of value, multiple types of work, and the freedom to prioritize based on what season you are in. For me, it's product strategy. It's building my solution called Geek Secure. It's creating mini courses. It's running a podcast. It's storytelling, community, all at once. A portfolio career is like being your own product manager, and your life, your career is the roadmap. When I first started working, life looked a little bit different. I worked in the bank for close to 7 years. I was single then, figuring things out and doing what I thought was the right thing. I worked harder than anyone. I sometimes worked Mondays to Sundays, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I felt like, okay, I had a good job. I just needed to be consistent, that I'll climb the ladder. I worked in that traditional role for nearly 7 years. And I'm grateful for what I've learned. All experiences to me are important and are necessary. I learned structure, delivery, team collaboration. But somewhere along the way, I started to feel kind of boxed in, if that's the word. I wasn't growing as I should. I was just there. I knew everything regarding my role in and out, and I just felt like I could do more. And then life changed again. I got married, I became a mom, and suddenly flexibility wasn't just a nice to have, it became survival. I didn't want to miss on my kids' moments. I wanted to be present, not just productive. So I started asking myself, what does work look like if I build it to fit my life and not the other way around? That's when the becoming the product brand started to feel less like a side project and more like a foundation. So I continued to work on it, even behind the scenes. I launched my first course. I launched the second course. I was grateful to enter Tony Elumelu's entrepreneurship program, and I had the opportunity to build out my solution on the side called Geek Secure. I stepped into a new role, an incubation manager role that aligns with innovation, startups, and impact. And I started working with myself and for myself. Started taking into consideration things that I wanted to happen in my career as opposed to just going with the flow. So if any of this is resonating with you, here is the good news. Portfolio careers aren't just for influencers or startup founders. They are for multi-passionate people who can't just choose one thing. They are for career switchers looking for a reset. They are for creators who want more structure and sustainability. And they are for PMs like us, product managers, who want more autonomy, flexibility, and impact. So if you've ever said, I think I'm more than my job title, I'm more than what I am at the moment, then you're already thinking like a portfolio builder. So before, I know I've spoken so much about it, but I want to clear a few things up. So I'm not saying you should quit your job. You don't have to quit your job today to start a portfolio career. You don't need so many followers. You don't need 10,000 followers or 50,000 followers. And no, it is not automatically unstable. Not when you design it with intention, right? So it's not just about you rebelling and saying, I want my own way, I want my own thing. No, it's about redesigning your current status. It's about choosing yourself, your time, your growth over just going with the flow or just like, okay, let me just do what people want. So where do you begin if you're trying to think this through? You can always start small. For me, I just looked at what I already had on ground, all my experiences over the years, all my jobs. So I tried to like document what I already know. So you could start with that, document what you already know, then build something simple. I had the podcast that was already giving out a lot of information. I brought in some guests that were sharing educational content. I built some free resources. If you're on my newsletter, you would have gotten those. I also built like a simple roadmap on Notion that just helps you plan your career as a PM. So pay attention to what people ask you for. If you're a PM, you understand what that means, that is product market fit. So it's like gathering pinpoints that, okay, they keep asking me for this, that means I must be good at this. So what if I explore that as an option? I had a friend that liked the way she saw my Notion planner for my content, and she likes how I structured it, if I could build it out for her as well. So simple things like that, you've already gotten one person. You create it, you share it, it builds your confidence, it builds you. And when you do all this, you package your proof, you package your story, your skills, your spark. You don't need massive audience. Don't feel like you have to have that many people before you could start this. You just need a little bit of clarity and a little bit of courage. Okay? Now, let me just summarize all I've been talking about. A portfolio career is not just about doing more, it's about doing what matters and doing it on your own terms for the season that you're in. So, if you're feeling the itch to build something from yourself, listen to this, right? You can start by downloading the free Smart PM Career Roadmap. It will help you map out your next steps and define your focus. And if you want more tools, more resources, more stories, or have access to my mini course, you could also click the link in the show notes. And that is where I share everything I'm building and learning in real time. So I'll leave you with this. A portfolio career is a career you design, not one you wait to be offered, right? Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always being here. And I'll see you next week. Bye.